Our mindset can either move us forward into our best life and keep us in a state of gratitude, happiness, and peace within, or it can keep us stuck in negativity, feeling unfulfilled, fearful, and stressed, and maybe even anxious. What you think, you become. The choice is yours. Hi, I'm Meli, and as promised, I wanted to talk more about how to cultivate an abundance mindset, an abundance in all areas of our life, wealth, health, love, relationships, and how to shift out of scarcity mindset. I always say scarcity mindset, and Jay, my husband, is always correcting me. Scarcity mindset. And I'm not an expert, but I've actually made this shift into an abundance mindset, and I continue to do this shift whenever I feel myself going back into a scarcity mindset. And our mindset significantly affects our lives and it influences our decisions. So we can choose to view the world as abundant or scarce. And which mindset we choose is going to make a big difference in our life. An abundance mindset is based on the belief that there is more than enough for everyone, enough resources, enough money, opportunities, love, friendships. And with an abundance mindset, you feel a deep sense of gratitude, personal worth, confidence, security, happiness, fulfillment, and peace within. And on the other hand, with scarcity mindset, it just comes from a belief that there is not enough to go around, which results in fear, stress, and anxiety. And in the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, the author explains that when you live life having a scarcity mindset, you compete for resources with others. And sometimes even when these resources are abundant. And with this scarcity mindset, people see life as like a finite pie. There's only so many pieces. So that if one person takes a big piece, that leaves less for the rest, for everybody else. And one mindset holds us back. It keeps us stuck and prevents us from achieving our goals and dreams. And the other mindset sets us free. So which mindset do you tend to adopt? Let's find out. I put a set of questions here for you to reflect on. So do you believe that there's more than enough for everyone? Or do you believe that resources, including money, opportunities, love, finding a partner, or good friendships, are they scarce and rare? Do you feel a sense of gratitude for all that you have or a sense of entitlement? Do you embrace change or do you fear change? Do you tend to compliment people or do you tend to criticize and talk about people? Do you tend to forgive easily or do you hold a grudge? Do you accept responsibility for your mistakes or do you blame others? Do you share ideas, information, and data, maybe to like help others advance? Or do you hoard and withhold information for fear that they might be able to get ahead of you? And do you want others to succeed or do you secretly want others to fail? Or do you feel like jealous of other people's success and fear that them having more means that there will be less for you? Do you find yourself open to continuously learn, or do you feel like you already know everything or there isn't much left to learn? And do you see opportunities when things are hard or not going the way you want, or do you see limitations? Do you operate from a place of like transformational perspective where you see everything as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to change, to improve, to become your best self? Or do you operate from a transactional perspective where you're constantly thinking about what can others give or do for you? And as you can tell, the first option correlates with an abundance mindset and the second option with scarcity mindset. And if you do tend to adopt scarcity mindset at times, no worries. You have the power within you to shift out of scarcity and into an abundance mindset. So, scarcity mindset actually helped us humans survive in the past. But if we look closely, a lot of the times these, see, I said scarcity mindset again, scarcity. Scarcity thoughts are simply not true. They're just not part of our current reality, even though they might feel so at times. So when we find ourselves in scarcity mindset, what do you do to shift into abundance mindset? And the first thing I always say is awareness, paying attention and noticing the thought or belief that you are holding, and then challenging that thought, asking yourself, is this actually true? And next, align and choose a belief or thought that will actually serve you and that's going to move you in a direction that you want or help you create what you want in your life. And if you feel like you can't just quite yet fully believe the belief that you want to have, then simply allow yourself to be open to it. Then begin looking for evidence of this new belief and ask yourself, how can I cultivate this new belief? And then take action. Cultivating an abundance mindset can be a priority in your life, or should be a priority in your life, because it'll make the difference. It makes a difference between people that are highly successful and happy and fulfilled and have peace of mind with those that don't. So be mindful of your thoughts, beliefs, your words, your actions, and taking action is key. It's a key to succeed. So I'm going to share with you 8 simple ways that you can start using right now. Number 1 is practicing daily gratitude. So gratitude is probably the healthiest of all human emotions, and it may be even the single greatest tool for a more positive, happy, and fulfilling life. And you can just simply write 5 things that you are grateful for in your journal, or maybe you want to keep a gratitude journal next to your nightstand. You can also say thank you as often as you want, or as often as you feel appreciation for something that somebody did for you. You can also say thank you to yourself and appreciate yourself more often. And the easiest way that I found to have this daily gratitude practice is like every time I wake up in the morning, before even getting up out of the bed, I just lay in bed and think of the things that I'm grateful for. And it can be something as simple as like how comfy my bed is or how warm it is under the covers. You know, it can be truly simple things. And then I also do this practice right before I go to sleep. So normally I read before bed. So once I start to get a little sleepy, then I'll just put the book away and again think of the things I'm most grateful for and then peacefully go to sleep. And then number 2, the second way to cultivate an abundance mindset is to focus on what you have. And I love this quote from Oprah because it's so wise. And it says, if you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Let that sink in. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. And this is wise words from Oprah. And I'm just going to give you some examples. So, say if you're looking for a job and you just think to yourself, there aren't enough good jobs out there. Maybe you can shift to, whoa, I have X numbers of experience and all these skills for a good job. Or you could maybe be thinking, there aren't enough good people to date. Everyone is taken. I'm never going to find someone. You can shift to, I have a kind heart. I have so much love for myself. I have all these beautiful qualities about me and they make me unique, and someone special is going to appreciate them. Or I have this unique opportunity to meet new people. Or I've made so many friends that love and appreciate me. Someone special will appreciate and love me too. And if you're thinking there aren't enough good opportunities, you can shift to I have all these skills and opportunities are going to will come when I'm open to them. And if you're feeling like, oh, I don't have enough money, you can shift to I have a roof over my head. Again, even though just the simple things, I have a roof over my head, I have a comfy bed, delicious food, clean water, right? Or you can also shift to like money just flows in and out easily. Or I organize myself and I organize my money. And if you're thinking, I don't have enough time, you can shift to I get to choose how I spend my time. Or I make time for what's important to me. And then number three, the third way to shift into abundance mindset is to use affirmations. So affirmations are positive statements that can help you challenge and overcome any self-imposed limitations or negative thoughts and doubts and limiting beliefs, and even scarcity mindset. And they can also support you in achieving what you most want. So you can either write them down on a journal, or you can say them to yourself out loud in the mirror, or practice saying them when you're meditating silently to yourself. And then when you repeat them often and start to believe in them, you'll notice the world around you shift for the better. And you can like pick from all sorts of different affirmations, and you can kind of tweak them to make them more personal and specific to you, and then work your way from there. And then the fourth way to shift into abundance mindset is to give. So help someone if there's an opportunity for them to thrive. And it doesn't necessarily have to be money. Maybe you can give them some of your time, your wisdom, your support. Maybe you can share their work with others, and you can ask, listen, and be curious about the needs of others. And then, because the more you give, the more you receive. And if anything, you're just going to make someone else happy. And when you make someone else happy, it definitely makes you happy as well. So the fifth way to shift into abundance mindset is compare yourself only to your old self, right? And just notice how far you have come and everything that you are capable of. So don't compare yourself to others. This is it's just a form of competition. It's gonna make you feel maybe bad about yourself, or that you should be something other than your own beautiful and unique self. And if you do find yourself comparing to others, let that be an inspiration for you. So like, think about it this way, like if they can do it, then I can do it too. And then the sixth way to practice shifting into an abundance mindset is to practice loving kindness and compassion instead of criticizing others and criticizing yourself, right? So practice loving kindness and compassion with others and with yourself. So when you have a negative thought, or before you speak, ask yourself these three questions. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? And this includes the dialogue within that you have with yourself as well. And then the seventh way to shift into an abundance mindset is to surround yourself with people that already have an abundance mindset. Surround yourself with people that are living life the way that you want to live your life. People that will support you in the direction that you most want to go. And the eighth way to train your mind to see opportunities in everything. So it's the eighth way to shift into an abundance mindset, and it's training your mind to see an opportunity in everything, even the uncomfortable and difficult moments. So stay open and receptive, stay curious, and always ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What good or positive can I extract from this? And when you do this, your awareness will expand and your possibilities will also expand. So if you ever find yourself feeling or saying to yourself, I'm not capable, or I can't do this, shift into, how can I do this? How can I make this work for me? So if you'd like, save this video for when you need a little reminder on how to shift back into an abundance mindset and take action right now. Let me know in the comments below which of these ways you're going to start cultivating today. And I know in my heart that there is more for you, and I'm excited to see what unfolds for you when you cultivate this abundance mindset. And just know that little steps go a long way, and if you stay with it, you're going to see lasting results. So if you found this video helpful and know somebody that can benefit from it, please share it. And don't forget to sign up for my weekly emails. You'll receive feel-good yoga videos, meditations, mindfulness practice, and conscious living resources to live your best life. And the link to sign up is below, and it's also on my Instagram profile link. And whenever you are ready to dive deeper into mindset work and just use the power of yoga and conscious living for a happier, healthier, more peaceful and fulfilled you, we will welcome you into our membership community where you can receive guidance, support, accountability, and connection with like-minded people. And the link with all the information about this membership community and the details is also below and on my Instagram profile link. And I'm so happy to be sharing life's journey with you from my heart to yours. Thank you again, and see you next time.